Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, my dear good people of Nigeria. I greet you all again today, and I bring you all glad tidings. My people, my name is Ben, aka Benny Davis. My people, we want to talk about the incoming INEC chairman and the outgoing INEC chairman of Nigeria. I'll take that again. We want to talk about the incoming and outgoing chairman or chairman of INEC. INEC is the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria. It's a body that is that has responsibility for organizing elections, registering voters, overseeing political parties, compliance, and so on and so forth. That is the job of INEC. My dear people, I'm sure many of us know already that the leadership of INEC has just changed. The man in Aso Rock, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has actually nominated a professor to be the next INEC chairman. As we know, this chairman is subject to ratification by the National Assembly. But my brothers and my sisters, we should not worry ourselves about whether it will be confirmed or not. As we know, 80, 90, or even 99% of all the wishes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent to the National Assembly of Nigeria are automatically approved. So this, we don't expect it to be an exception. The man is good as already being the INEC chairman of Nigeria, going by what we know about the National Assembly under the leadership of Nicodemus Akpabio. Nicodemus Akpabio has made it a point of duty to ensure that whatever Bola Ahmed Tinubu sends to him, he approves with his colleagues. That is why many Nigerians have said it repeatedly that this 10th Senate of the National Assembly of Nigeria is and remains the worst we've ever had in the history of Nigeria, at least since 1999, when we started this political dispensation. So, my dear good people of Nigeria, the news now is that the current INEC chairman, who is now referred to as the former INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, his tenure has ended. He was in that office for 10 years, which is ordinarily the stipulated duration of his tenure. Mahmood Yakubu was appointed by the late Muhammadu Buhari for a 2-term of 5 years each. And that automatically makes it 10 years. So the man has completed his tenure. The question is, what is INEC? Who is INEC? INEC, like I said a while ago, the full meaning of INEC is the Nigerian National Electoral Commission. That is the full meaning of INEC. And INEC has a responsibility to ensure and organize elections, ensure that its elections are credible, free, and fair. And the INEC is also responsible to oversee the activities of political parties in Nigeria. But you will agree with me, when I say you will agree with me, is that many Nigerians believe that the last INEC chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, who just left, who just finished his tenure, was an abysmal failure, was a disaster. Many Nigerians will agree with me that never again should we have a man like Mahmoud Yakubu in any sensitive position in Nigeria. Not just INEC office, any sensitive position in Nigeria. Because the man was given an opportunity, but what did he do with it? He sold the opportunity with a pot of porridge. The man, Mahmoud Yakubu, is a man many Nigerians will not want to remember for good. The only thing Nigerians will remember Mahmoud Yakubu for is pain, agony, and disaster. And if you ask me, that is not a good way to remember anyone who has been privileged to hold such an important office as the INEC chairman. The reason is that any way or how the INEC operates or it does its job under any leadership, for example, under the leadership of Mahmoud Yakubu, it matters because the kind of leaders that we have in Nigeria, whether now or before now or after now, would depend on who the INEC chairman is. In this case, if the INEC chairman decides to make sure that the will and the wishes of the Nigerian people is what reflects the outcome of any election under his watch, so be it. If any chairman, whoever he is, believes that the wishes and the will of the Nigerian people should not count, so will it also be. That is why under Mahmoud Yakubu, no thanks to him at all. The man was a nightmare. Mahmoud Yakubu was a disaster. And so why leadership matters is that credibility, fairness, reforms, public trust, especially ahead of the major election that is coming in 2027. That is why the leadership of INEC matters to Nigerians, and Nigerians are ready to ensure that the incoming leader of INEC should and must be a man with very, very, very serious level of credibility. A man that is ready to work for the Nigerian people and not for the politicians in power. A man who is ready to make sure that the wishes of the Nigerian people prevailed in 2027. That is the kind of man Nigerians are hoping that this current INEC chairman would and should be. Now, the outgoing chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu's tenure, he was first appointed in 2015 and reappointed for a second term in 2020 for another 5 years. Like I said before, his tenure was 5 years, 5 years. That's what the Constitution stipulates. His tenure was thus spanned 10 years and it ended in October 2025, which is this month that we currently are now. Key achievement, if there's any, he oversaw general elections in 2019 and 2023. And I can assure you these elections that Mahmoud Yakubu conducted, they were all a failure. The 2019 election was a failure. The 2023 election was even worse. Initiatives on electoral reforms continues overnight voters registration. You might want to pull in more details depending on your audience. I mean, what you think, depending on the audience, what you think that Mahmoud Yakubu did to the Nigerian people in 2019 and in 2023. That's why Nigerians will not cease to criticize the man Mahmoud Yakubu. The issue now is that the man has finished his tenure, and because of the role he played in 2023 for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has now been given a national award to say, you know what, thank you for helping me to manipulate the 2023 elections. That is why on his exit, he was awarded the national honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the man who they claim is the Nigerian president today, the man who himself reigned his way to office. Now, the acting chairman, his name is Agbomushe MB Mbu. He's the most senior national commissioner. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I think I got that wrong. The incoming chairman, I beg your pardon, is Professor Josh Ojo Amu Pitan. He's the son. The incoming INEC chairman that will take over from Mahmoud Yakubu, his name is Professor Josh Ojo Amu Pitan, a senior advocate of Nigeria. He has been nominated now to take over from the worst INEC chairman Nigeria has ever had in history. And this is me now using this opportunity to tell Nigerians that now that Mahmoud Yakubu is out of that office, I want anybody that can do me this favor will be richly rewarded. Anywhere you see Mahmoud Yakubu, please help me to beat him. And if you beat him, don't buy him, just beat him. At least give him 5 slaps and prove to me that you've actually given 5 slaps. I am ready to reward such an individual with a token sum of 2 million naira. If you think I'm joking, try me. I'm a man of my word. If anybody can help me slap Mahmoud Yakubu anywhere you see him, just so that whoever is coming at this Professor Josh Ojo that is coming out, he too will learn lessons. He too will know that it is not business as usual. He too will know that whatever he does there will be consequences. He too will know that he is going there to go and do the wish and the will of the Nigerian people and not one man in Aso Rock or any other person for that matter. If we don't slap Mahmoud Yakubu wherever we see him, I can assure you this incoming Professor Ojo will do worse. Because knowing that he too will do it and get away with it, just like Mahmoud Yakubu did and trying to get away with it, he will also do his own. But if he gets to know that Mahmoud Yakubu was slapped, and whenever they see him, they want to deal with him, that will give him another understanding that he has to be careful. That office is not just an ordinary office. It is an office that is sensitive. It is an office that will determine the life of more than 200 million Nigerians. That is why anybody who comes to that office as INEC chairman should be somebody with impeccable character, as they say. Somebody, if you ask me, that is flawless. Not somebody that's been wanting in one way or the other sometime in the past. No. Once a thief is always a thief. Anybody who has had records that are dented before should and cannot be INEC chairman. We know that human beings can change anytime, but at least let us have some level of somebody that has a level of credibility that we can all say, look at his past and say, yes. From the little I've heard about this incoming Professor Ojo, we were told that the man has some level of credibility, looking at his background, where he's coming from, even his family values and all that. So let us hope that the mad politicians in Nigeria will not come and dent this man's image. Let us hope that the mad criminal gangs of politicians in Nigeria will not come and, damage his image. But that is left for him to decide. If he wants his image damaged, it's up to him. If he wants to come out with a clean slate, it's also up to him. He must understand that this job that is being given to comes with a lot of responsibilities. It comes with a lot of commitment. And his commitment should be to the Nigerian people and not even to the man who nominated him. In this case, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it was approved by the National Council of State on the 9th of October 2025. The National Council of State, when a president nominates somebody to be INEC chairman, the National Council of State, that is comprising of former heads of states and so on and so forth, they will now approve that nomination. And then the city president, whoever is the city president, will now send out nominee's name to the National Assembly for further confirmation. And like I said at the initial stage of this conversation, I can assure you people with your two eyes closed that anybody, anything sent to the current National Assembly by Bola Ahmed Tinubu is like this, approved. That is why the current National Assembly under the leadership of Nicodemus Akpabio is and remains the worst Nigeria has ever had. Just like the outgoing INEC chairman is and remains the worst INEC chairman Nigeria has ever had. Now, the next step, like I said, is his nominee's name now will now be sent to the National Assembly for screening and what? Confirmation. Background and qualifications of this incoming INEC chairman, we were told he was born on the 25th of April, 1967. That's my birth month, man. I was born 27th of April, and that means he's my birth month mate. He was born 25th of April, 1967 from Ayetoro Gbedu Ijemu, local government area of Kogi State. We've been told that part of Kogi State are Yoruba-speaking people. And the so-called government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are trying to deviate Nigerians from understanding that this man he has a Yoruba connection. They're trying to tell us that the man is from the north central part of Nigeria. That is not true, even though he's from Kogi, but it's from the Yoruba-speaking part of Kogi. But we have made it very clear, and we want to repeat that again. If the Nigerian government under Bola Ahmed Tinubu is able to sign the electoral laws to ensure that the 2027 coming elections results will be transmitted immediately from all polling booths straight to server. If that electoral reforms is signed into law, if you like, make Bola Ahmed Tinubu go put his son, Shahid, as INEC chairman, he will not be able to win the election. The two positions will reflect, the result of that exercise will reflect the wish of the Nigerian people. So it doesn't matter whoever he appoints there. What matters is electoral reforms. That's what the Nigerian people are asking for. That is why I want to go the way of our brother Peter from Nigeria, who has said that INEC is the weapon that fashions against Nigerians. INEC. If you get INEC right, in this case, plus the electoral reforms and all that, then Nigeria is heading for a credible election result in 2027. Now, this man that has just been nominated, we were told is a company lawyer. He has a very vast experience in company laws. That is to say, law is a specialist in corporate affairs matters. He also is the senior advocate of Nigeria. He became a senior advocate in 2014. Senior advocate of Nigeria's son. See, the significance of his appointment is that this person is from Kogi State, like I said, has nominated for this position called the INEC chairman. So, at the end of the day, this man should be told in very clear terms that he is coming to that office to work for the Nigerian people and not for Bola Ahmed Tinubu or the APC or PDP or Labour Party or ADC, whoever the party is, but the Nigerian people. And that if he wants to write his name in gold, he should make sure that he does not allow these politicians to manipulate him. If he does, history will also judge him, just like history is judging Mahmoud Yakubu today. Mahmoud Yakubu, I can assure all of you, wherever the man is not happy because Pikiwezi man will sleep, he said no go sleep. The man has murdered peace, and peace he will not get. Mahmoud Yakubu is the reason why millions of Nigeria are suffering today. We were told over 100 million Nigerians are in poor, I mean, very, very poor people. And there's a word I'm trying to figure out for that, you know. And as a result of the handwork of Mahmoud Yakubu, because if Mahmoud Yakubu had not done what he did, then today we would have had a man like Peter Gregory, and I can assure you, even though Peter Gregory is not an angel, is not God, but I can bet anything to say Peter Obi presidency would have been better than what we have today. Because a Peter Obi presidency would have cut short the cost of governance like 80%, if not more. And that's one of the basic major areas of our problem in Nigeria. And a Peter Obi presidency would have cut short corruption up to 40, 50, or 60%. And when all this happens, I can assure you that all these monies that these criminals that are looting from Nigeria left, right, and center will reduce. And there will be more money for whoever is there, in this case Peter Obi, to work for the Nigerian people. And poverty will automatically come down. These things are not rocket science. It just needs somebody who is prudent, who is very good in managing resources, somebody who believes that he's there to work for the people and not against the people. An average Nigerian politician believes that his coming to office is, hallelujah, God has answered my prayers, God has buttered my bread. Whereas in other parts of the world, they see office as service to the people. They are happy that they've been given the opportunity to come and serve the people. But in the case of Nigeria, the reverse is the case. So, my dear good people of Nigeria, I am appealing again and I'm begging everybody. I beg you now. If anybody sees the outgoing INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, anywhere you see him, I beg 5 slap for him. And I assure you, if you prove that to me, I'll give you 2 million naira. And I can assure you, I'm a man of my words. I stand by what I say. Just catch Mahmoud Yakubu, don't pay him. Just give him 2 slaps or 3 for me. If everybody begin to deal with them like that, even this Professor Joe that is incoming now, he too will be mindful of how he deals with the Nigerian people. Because INEC has become, as they say, the weapon that fashions against Nigerians. So, my dear good people of Nigeria, I would like to draw the curtain again at this point. Nigeria is about to have a new INEC chairman that will oversee the forthcoming elections in 2027. And this INEC chairman's name has been sent to the National Assembly for screening and confirmation. And we'll be told the man is a son, is Professor Ojo is his name. My dear brothers and my sisters, Nigerians, open your eyes to make sure that this man is made to understand that the Nigerian people are watching him, that the Nigerian people will not take anything other than a free, fair, and credible elections come 2027. Until I come your way again, my people, for those of you who have listened to me and will like this message, please share the message, like the message, comment on the message, let's know what your thoughts are. This new INEC chairman, what are the expectations? What are those things you're expecting him to do? And the outgoing chairman, what's your take on him? Do you think Mahmoud Yakubu is leaving now has done well? If yes, let us know. If no, do also let us know. From my end, Mahmoud Yakubu is and remains the worst INEC chairman Nigeria has ever had in history. Until I come away again, my people, you have a wonderful day and cheers for now. Linda, thank you for joining. Thank you. God bless you, Linda.